everyone. Let's make some bread. You'll see I'm wearing my apron to keep my clothes clean, and I put my hair up so we don't get any hair in the food. I've washed my hands, and now let me show you the ingredients to make bread. Here we have flour and sugar and salt. They are all white. It's hard to tell them apart. Then we have some yeast, some oil, and now let's put some water in this bowl. All right, I need my measuring cup, and my water has to be warm, not too hot and not too cold. All right, so I have 6 cups of nice warm water. Now we need to put a little sugar in there. I'm going to use this. And we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm making 6 loaves of bread. Let's stir that sugar. Well, look at that. You can't even see it in there. It dissolved. All right. Next comes the yeast. Let's sprinkle the yeast on top. That's what makes your bread nice and fluffy. Okay, so we're going to let the yeast rise for 10 minutes. Be right back. All right, look at our yeast. It's going to get nice and fluffy and make our bread nice and fluffy. Now I need to put some salt. So I just put a little bit of my salt in here. So 1 for each loaf of bread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's not quite full enough. I'm going to put a little bit more. There, 6. Okay. Now when I make my bread, I like to put a little squirt of oil. That makes it nice and moist. And now, the most important ingredient, flour. We're going to stir in the flour. Well, it's getting thick and hard to stir. It's almost time to dump it out on the counter. All right, here it goes. It's hard to believe that this is going to turn into 6 loaves of bread. You gotta knead it, sprinkle some more flour. Boy, this really gives your arms lots of exercise. But I think we're done. So I'm going to put some oil in the bowl so the dough will not stick. And I'm going to plop it in the bowl like that. Swirl it around, flip it. There. Now there's oil all over it. But I don't want it to dry out, so I'm going to put a towel over top, and we're going to let it rise for an hour. All right, well, 1 hour has passed, and look how big our bread dough has risen. Time to dump it out on the counter. I cleaned the counter. And now we want to make 6 loaves of bread. So I think of this as cutting it kind of like a pizza. All right, let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now let's just work it into a nice loaf. There we go, and we'll put it in. Oh, I can't put it in my pans yet. Just going to spray them with some Pam spray so the loaves will not stick to the pans. All right, there's the first one. Okay, so this is our last loaf. We made 6 loaves just like I planned. And now I'm just going to put them in the oven to rise. After another half an hour, they'll be ready to cook. Fresh homemade bread. There we go. And we'll cover them up one more time. We'll let it rise. All right, let's take a look. All right, so they're ready to cook. Let's close the oven door and turn on the oven. Okay, it's going to take 33 minutes for our bread to cook. All right, our time is up, and let's take a look. Ooh, nice and golden brown. All right, let's turn the oven off. Now we have to use our nice oven mitts to make sure we don't burn ourselves. And let's get this bread out of the oven. Well, there they are, 6 loaves of bread. I have to let them cool a little before I can have a slice. Okay, so I just sliced some bread, and it's still warm, so I'm just going to put my loaf that way. I learned to do that so that the bread won't sink while it's still warm. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of margarine and a bit of jam on side bread. All right, and now it's ready to eat. Let's see how good this bread is. Delicious. What do you like on your bread? Peanut butter? Jam? Honey? Well, I hope you enjoy a nice piece of bread soon. All right, bye.